The Sports Renegades podcast on SportsTownChicago.com. All right, welcome back to Sports Renegades here on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Stuprich.
And I'm Ryan Risky, and now this is the segment that we've been teasing, the Cy Young races at this point of the season, which, I mean, I'd say now is a good time for it because right now you've probably got two candidates on each of the Chicago teams.
Yes, I mean, you certainly do. It's crazy.
I was thinking we'd start with the American League. Some of the numbers in the American League aren't as overwhelming as they are in the National League.
Not even close, but there are some good pitchers.
Yes, and this first candidate, Aaron Sanchez, a lot of his candidacy to make it into the three finalists at the end of the year depends on if he gets moved to the bullpen or not, or if he's going to have enough, a good enough stats because they're going to move to a six-man rotation with the addition of Francisco Liriano.
Is that what they're doing?
They haven't decided yet. Right now he's 11-2, 2.85 ERA, 145 innings pitched.
I don't know how you move him to the bullpen.
121
I mean,
strikeouts.
I know Toronto needs bullpen help, but...
Well, the reason is to move into the bullpen is to preserve his arm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. He's had a really good year, and Liriano has not been good this year, but a change of scenery might be good for him.
Right. I mean, the thing with Sanchez is just I don't know if he'll have as much in many innings pitched or strikeouts as the other candidates.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, the 145 innings pitched is close to the top for the candidates that we have listed, except when they go to the six-man rotation, that'll be starts missed down the stretch. Our next candidate is Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels has been very good this year.
He's been unbelievable. 12-3 record.
It's getting better with age.
2.89 ERA, 138 strikeouts, and 140 innings pitched.
Yeah, he's really been the best guy on that Texas Rangers staff, no doubt about it.
He's been anchoring that staff the way that an ace needs to.
There's no. I'm not even sure if they'd be leading the AL West if it wasn't for him, because their pitching staff besides Hamels isn't so good.
Yeah, I mean, Darvish has been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their starting pitching depth is not the best.
Right.
Next, we've got Jose Quintana, one of the four candidates from the Chicago teams.
Can't get a win, but has one of the lowest ERAs in all baseball.
9-8 record, 2.93 ERA.
Pretty good.
128 strikeouts and 144 innings pitched.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a workhorse. He's always reliable, and he doesn't have those blow-up games like Sale has.
I feel like Quintana... I feel like Kyle Hendricks is getting into Jose Quintana territory in terms of being underrated and under the radar.
Definitely.
Marco Estrada, he missed a few weeks with an injury.
That's another Blue Jay, right?
Yep, another Blue Jay, 2.92 ERA, 115 strikeouts and 123 innings pitched. He might not have. I don't think he's been dominant enough where the lower strikeouts and innings pitched numbers will. Get him there. Stephen Wright, who had a phenomenal first half. He hasn't been as good in the second half. He is coming off a complete game shutout, though.
It's pretty surprising that a knuckleballer like that is still able, to pitch really well.
So if you can control that knuckleball and get it to move, you're good.
Yeah,
he's 13.
Because we saw what happened with R.A. Dickey. He was good for 1 year and not so good.
Right, and Stephen Wright's 31 years old.
Right.
He's 13-5, 3.01 ERA. 123 strikeouts and 146 innings pitched.
Yeah.
Except he's been phenomenal, and he's a lot of the runs that he allows are unearned because it'll be by pass balls by the catcher because, I mean, knuckleball pitchers are really tough to catch. You saw Jason Varitek never caught Tim Wakefield.
Yeah, right.
And then our other White Sox pitcher, Chris Sale, he's 14-5, 3.12 ERA. 147 innings pitched, 143 strikeouts.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got a lot of strikeouts. We know that, and we know the unorthodox way that he throws. It really throws people off when they're standing in the batter's box. He's probably the most deceptive of the bunch, I would think.
Yes, because of his delivery and his arm angle.
Yeah.
And then our final candidate for the American League is Corey Kluber, who comes in at 11-8 with a 3.22 ERA. And 153 strikeouts in just 151 innings pitched.
Wow. More strikeouts than innings pitched. That's
I mean, he's not pitching
impressive.
on the same level he was when he won the Cy Young Award a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
So there's our candidates.
All right. Well, I mean, it's certainly tough
Do you have
to pick three.
Yes. My three, I'm going to go with Cole Hamels, Chris Sale, and Corey Kluber.
Okay. I'm going to go with Cole Hamels for sure. And let me think.
I think Hamels has been the best of the bunch so far.
Yeah. Well, I can say Hamels right off the bat, obviously. I would put Sale in there just because how valuable he is to the team.
Right. I don't think that ERA hovering around 3 is going to be a difference because the lowest ERA in the American League is Aaron Sanchez coming in at 2.85.
Mm-hmm.
Where the National League, that 3 ERA might kill you.
I would say Quintana, but I think if you just look at the numbers right now, I think I'd go with Aaron Sanchez right now.
Yeah, I mean, and Aaron Sanchez is a wild card because who knows how many more starts he's going to get.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it.
Yeah, I would say if he gets moved to the bullpen, I would put Quintana in there. So I would have Sale, Quintana, and Hamels.
Imagine the uproar of Sox fans if both of them were finalists and didn't win.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Would your friend Mark be furious?
He would be very mad. So would everybody else who's a Sox fan for sure. I mean, everybody would be mad about that.
And now on to the National League. And our first candidate is Johnny Cueto. He has 4 complete games, tied for most in the majors. He's thrown 7 innings in 14 games this season, second only to Max Scherzer, who has 15 of those.
I forgot about Scherzer. Yeah.
Cueto has a 5% walk rate, which is 5th in the National League.
Wow.
And then we have another Giants pitcher, Madison Bumgarner, who I think has been even better. He's got a 2.25 ERA, which is 3rd in the NL, behind Kershaw and Kyle Hendricks. 18 quality starts, tied for most in the majors.
Yeah, he's always throwing a quality start.
5th in the NL with a 1.03 whip, and he's on pace for 259 strikeouts, which would be a career high. He's 2nd in the MLB with 155 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's also received Cy Young votes in each of the past 3 seasons. However, in each of those 3 seasons, his ERA was never below 2.75.
And what is his ERA right now?
2.25.
2.25. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
And now Max Scherzer. The case for him is the empty base paths. His 198 strikeouts are the most in the majors, including 20 strikeouts on May 11th. 4 games with 10 strikeouts and no walks, second only to Kershaw. A 4.7 wins above replacement, most among pitchers. That wouldn't be the case if Kershaw hadn't been missing so much time with his back injury. And he's 2nd in the majors with a 2.46 opponent's on-base percentage.
Yeah, that is just outrageously impressive. All these guys in the National League, it's really impressive. I sort of forgot about Scherzer because we're always talking about Bumgarner and Hendricks and Arrieta. And
Kershaw.
Yeah, and Kershaw for sure. So we kind of forget about Scherzer. But, yeah, he's been great.
And then the case for Kyle Hendricks is his ERA. 2.17 ERA is 2nd in the NL behind Kershaw. 9% hard hit rate is 2nd in the majors behind Kershaw. His 18 starts of 5 innings pitched with 3 or fewer earned runs is tied with Scherzer and John Lester for 2nd most in the NL.
Yeah, the thing with Hendricks is he going to get enough recognition nationally? So I don't know.
And he doesn't strike out as many batters as a lot of these other guys. Like all the other candidates on this list will have over 200 strikeouts.
Right.
And that brings us to our final candidate, the reigning Cy Young winner, Jake Arrieta. He's still barely hittable. 189 opponents' batting average against is 2nd in the NL. His 542 opponents on base plus slugging is 2nd in the NL. His 1% home run rate is 2nd in the NL.
I love that.
In each one of those, he's 2nd to Clayton Kershaw.
Right. And he's playing right now while Kershaw is not, so that's sort of a boost for Arrieta, I guess.
The only thing hurting Arrieta is that 2.59 ERA.
Yeah. I think if he lowers it a little bit, he'll be in the discussion, no question.
So obviously Bumgarner's case would be consistency. Cueto's is efficiency with the throwing complete games, getting 7 innings.
Right.
My 3 finalists for the Cy Young this year, I would pick Madison Bumgarner, Max Scherzer, and Jake Arrieta. I think Arrieta is going to go on another big run at the end because he's been pitching so much better as of late. I think Arrieta is going to do it again.
Yeah,
and have another big August and September again this season.
And before I make my picks, there's also other people that aren't necessarily in the discussion but are pitching really well this year. You talk about that Mets staff with Syndergaard and Jacob deGrom. I mean, they're both pitching really well. Tanner Roark is pitching well with the Nationals, and John Lester, of course, is pitching well with the Cubs.
deGrom is 4th in the NL in ERA at 2.35. Syndergaard is 6th at 2.64.
Yeah.
Cueto is 7th at 2.73.
Yeah, so I mean, it's crazy how good the National League is.
Right, and another candidate, we'll add one more guy to the list, is Steven Strasburg. Comes in at 15-2, 2.80 ERA. 169 strikeouts and 138 innings pitched. And the thing is with the National League, there's so many good pitchers that we didn't even list. I mean, Lester's been good. Tanner Roark, as you said, has been very good. Julio Teheran, Jose Fernandez. Yep. I mean, really, there's about 15 quality candidates in the National League for the Cy Young Award.
Yeah.
And because Kershaw has been out for so long, I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he
agree.
would have won it if he didn't get injured because he's still got a 1.79 ERA.
I think. Okay, so here's my 3. I think Mad Bum is in there, so Madison Bumgarner.
I think Mad Bum is a shoo-in to be one of the 3 finalists.
And then I also agree with Arrieta, although I'm not sure he's going to win it. But
the Arrieta one is just kind of with an asterisk, is if he can continue his pitching as well as he has been, because we saw what he could do last year. And
right.
I think he can do it. Maybe he won't be as good, except he'll be something close to being that good.
Yeah. And I think I would – I really want to go with Hendricks. I'm not sure if he's going to get the national attention. So I might go with Strasburg as a dark horse
right.
number 3.
I mean, Hendricks
deserves to be in that discussion. Finally, he's finally doing well after all those injuries.
Right, and Hendricks, I mean, if he gets that ERA below 2, then obviously he would probably be a finalist.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's impressive, not being a strikeout guy and being able to limit teams the way he has been. I mean, DeGrom's been great, too. I mean, it's tough picking the National League, and I think just the Cubs fan in me put Arrieta in there because we know what he can do, and it's possible that he could do it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break right now. We'll come back, and to start our second hour, we're going to talk about the White Sox and sort of all the stuff that they've been up to.
Manny Machado probably should go to jail for the way he assaulted that pitching staff yesterday.
Can you believe that? I thought we were going to see 4 or 5 home runs for him.
I was honestly rooting for him to keep hitting home runs that
I know.
game.
I want to see history, right? So we'll talk about the White Sox next. Sports Renegades, SportsTownChicago.com. The Sports Renegades podcast on SportsTownChicago.com.